the rule of architecture school is to keep on exploring, failing. कभी जीत गए, कभी हार गए.
You're supposed to unlearn a lot of things that has been probably taught to you by society or your school or your college or whatever, and relearn.
If you go again 20-25 years back, we have a similar story that the comics was something which was very close to us. In our case, again, Kota, Nasik, similar two-tier cities. It's just that we choose to talk about it and talk about it in such a way that not only the young or the graduates or whoever, the architecture fraternity understands it, but also people who don't know about it.
The only access that I had was the architect of our house. And when we asked him that, is the first question of parents, I know it comes from a, from the point of care and, So they asked that, is it a good option for my child? And they said, yeah, it's a good option. They'll get married. Oh, lovely.
Hello everyone, we are on CoffeePod again in Rubaru with Rupali, and this time we have a fantastic couple from Leewardist, the firm. Leewardist has Anuj Kare and Shreya Khandekar as partners, and these are a dynamic young couple who has brought a mesmerizing change in the expression of architecture. Frank Lloyd Wright has once said that architecture is the mother of all arts, right? And they have been living this thought process through their forms of art, which not only educate the architects, the students, as well as the society at large. Their concepts, their ideas, and their thought process has gone beyond to express architecture in an absolutely different form. We are here to speak with them today to understand their journey and to really find out that how you can choose a career through different forms of art which are an embedded part of the course of architecture. Yes, so here they are, Anuj Kare and Shreya Khandekar. We must begin the discussion immediately because I know they have a lot to speak of and you want them to hear about. You want to hear them the most. So welcome Anuj and Shreya. We really want to know how, this profession that you have chosen, both of you being architects, and the way your work speaks is such a different way of how one could look at architecture, but at the same time, it is absolutely soul-touching. It is something which, those outcomes of your thoughts can reach anybody and everybody. And I don't think that many architects today have been able to do that through their designs also, because you need them to speak about what their design sometimes really means. But what your form is, that is something which hits the critical aspect so well. Let us know how you both began your journey first. Right from being a student to choosing architecture, what was the process? So I'll start with Anuj first.
So the funny thing about all of this is that my dad is an architect. So that being said, of course, I was very inspired by him doing what he does. So when I say doing what he does, I saw him making perspectives, because at that time, so I would say the year would be 90s to, I'm an 87 born. So 90s to 2000 is the time where 3D was not much into picture, and then there was a lot of perspectives which were being drawn by him. Also, he has worked with the Delhi post-independent architects, Jasbir
Wonderful.
Kanvinde, and he has done a lot of perspectives for other people apart from his office. Apart from designing for his office, he used to do perspectives as a freelance work. So that is what he loves to do. And that is what I thought was architecture for me, being an architect's son. Till the first year, where I came to know that, oh, actually I have to build these.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah, so that's funny, but it's what it is. But it also gave me a point of understanding that maybe I like that part of architecture. Okay, later, not at that time, but when I came into first year, I was like, "Arey, I have to build also, and I have to do all of these extra subjects which I actually am not interested, like maths and all of that."
Right.
So yeah, it's a funny story, but it has a truth to it where he making those perspectives was something which was very fascinating for me. Not that illustration was my calling, but that is something which intrigued me, that I am able to visualize the building through my sketch first. So that was the core memory which I have of me taking up architecture. Although everybody says that, Acha, okay, your dad is an architect, so you pursued. Yeah, that's true. But this core memory of him making perspectives and visualizing his designs is something which it's motivated me to blindly say that I want to do architecture.
Okay.
It was like,
Okay.
there's no other thing which I want to do. So that's how I just jumped into it. Of course, being very ambitious and my father being an architect, he told me to give other state entrance exams also, including Gujarat
Yeah.
entrance exam. And I got the opportunity to go to CEPT and give an exam before architecture. Of course, I did not make it, but that was enough for me to at least get some exposure about how the architecture education system is maybe around India.
Right.
So these are some of the moments which I remember, which just I was like, I want to do this. That's it. Like I will jump into it. But the shocker was that when I came into first year, I just realized. So then again, like you just realize that, okay, I have to build it. I have to do maths. I have to take care of science. So these were some of the things. But yeah, I think
So were being an architect's son, or was being an architect's son, then again a lot of expectation from the parent side in the 5 years, of course?
in fact, even before that, I was the fifth architect in the family, as in the Kare family.
Architecture is their engineering, basically.
My God.
So my dad is the first. He did from VNIT, which was VRC first batch, first architecture batch, 1973 pass out. So he was the first. Then we had one more person from Mumbai, is my cousin. He did. Then my cousin from Pune, and then my uncle or cousin uncle from Nasik, who was from my same college where I did. And then I was the fifth. So there was already that pressure.
Yeah.
And of course, in the 5 years also, there was this pressure, but that story changed because I actually did not focus much on design. I did a lot of presentation exploration. So I thought I can get away with architecture by doing presentation. And I loved doing it. And at that moment, people said, "No, you have to focus on design, and no, this is not no, design is more important." But I had an inclination towards, creating that narratives for my story, not comics, but the narratives which I can tell through my stories and make it a better presentation to, of course, explain better, and also sometimes fool the professors because they are very impressed by, "Arey, wow, nice presentations."
Yeah.
Again, I'm not giving out a wrong message. It's just I followed what I really felt from inside.
Right. And which you were best at.
Exactly.
So you felt that I was good at this, and let me say, it is overall every time when we say that you have to debate for your or you discuss your design, you're selling it.
Yeah.
So the way you're selling it, whether through your talks or through your designs or through your, is like this. So you have an empty paper and, 2 lines, but you have so much volumes to speak, and it gets sold. So that was your knack of doing it. Wow.
Selling it is a good way of saying it. Yeah, I tried to sell in whatever forte I felt I had, like whatever strength I had, whatever passion I had towards illustration, trying to make the best use of colors or whatever, like whatever I felt I could present. That is something which I focused on throughout the 5 years, except for the 5th year, where I actually got interest in the subject. Because it's a thesis project, it is your own project, you create your own brief, etc., etc. And I fortunately had a very good thesis guide, Professor Herlikar, who's worked in Delhi with Convinde for so many years, and he had come just 2 years before my thesis, and I was very impressed by his way of teaching and his way of making me more interested in architecture. So 5th year was the only year I was interested in architecture, and I did a thesis which I felt is a expression of architecture. In fact, it was more towards urbanism and landscape.
Okay.
So again, 4 years I just played with my presentations, and 5th year is again, it might sound as a very sad story that I came to know about architecture in the 5th year, but I think that is it. That is how
Yeah, that is
it is supposed to be.
I mean, not necessary you even know architecture in the 5 years. Possibly there are other experiences later when you start working is what you feel, oh, there is much to it, and we can do it this way.
Colleges can only teach you so much.
Yeah, exactly.
They do not, I mean, they cannot take that responsibility of teaching you everything. Even now when we go to workshops and when we, talk to students, we say that, it might seem like, कि अरे मेरे को college ने ये सिखाया ही नहीं. But there are some things which you will, no matter what college you go to in this, entire world, that you'll go outside, you'll face those experiences, you'll see something, you'll understand something, and that is when you'll actually understand it.
Every student, every aspiring architect will have this eureka moment.
Yes.
Somewhere where they'll feel, yes, I think I'm falling in love with architecture now.
Yeah, now I get. Yeah.
So not necessarily it has to be in those 5 years. But you have to go through the journey, to get that moment of yours, right? Wonderful.
Also, the course is so beautiful. We've always been discussing about the beauty of this course. We always tell the students that it's the course which is not the problem. It's very beautiful. It's maybe the management which is the problem. So don't hate the course. Maybe hate whoever is running it, but don't hate the course because it's very beautifully designed. And for people like us who have been in those 5 years, we never felt that we were diverted. We always felt that this is what it is teaching us. It is teaching me to sell through my visuals. Maybe not through verbally. I was not very good at it. But visually, I know that this is what the course is also teaching through an elective. Through some professor or any external architect who has come to present, I see their style and then I feel very impressed by it. So the course is already teaching you that. In fact, first year, there is no design. It's all about beating around the bush, doing colors, exploring forms. It's never about architecture. So that is what it teaches us. It's a very beautiful course.
Very beautiful course. And especially when you see so many art forms together.
Yeah.
The course with the multidisciplinary aspect is so interesting because all creativity together can be architecture, can be taught in architecture. So then it makes it more interesting, of course. And that is why, Anuj and Shreya, I feel that every student here will get their passion, get their career. Because it is something which you just have to understand what you're good at, what is your knack, and what you love doing, and go ahead. And you will find a different, world of your own which will talk of architecture. So Shreya, tell me about your journey.
Yes. So I think for me it goes way back to my childhood. So I come from Kota, Rajasthan. I mean, I know it's infamous for, for producing so many engineers and also like so much pressure on students and everything. But I have, fortunately, maybe because of my parents, I've never really sort of faced that part of the city. And so, I mean, I remember this incident. So my brother and I, we have a 8 years difference. So he's 8 years elder to me. And so, as a like younger sibling, you just follow your...
I know. And with so much of age difference, matlab to he will be like, a role model or something.
Yeah. I mean, even though, we didn't really feel like we have that much of a gap, but I would just like follow him everywhere. I would listen to the songs that he's listening to, and I would watch movies that he's watching. So he used to read comic books at the time, and we would actually get it on rent because there weren't like a lot of like it wasn't Mumbai or Delhi where we could get hold of comic books. And I remember it was like a small kiosk, like a very small kind of a nook, and it's now sadly it's a STD PCO Xerox shop, but at that time we would rent comic books. And funnily, we would get like one day we are getting Archie's volume 2, then next day we are getting volume 8. We are not getting them in sequence. So we're just reading. Yeah, we're just reading whatever we can get hold of. And also because of this age gap and both my parents were working, I would be left alone a lot of times, And so, I mean, I just created this world of my own, and comic books really helped me do that. And then there were these websites now. I mean, there's this website called DeviantArt. I don't know if anybody knows it, but it's a very niche sort of a website, and it used to have all these illustrations, anime art and everything. And I would just imitate them. Like I would just imitate. I would make I would make characters. I would just try to copy the art or whatever. I would make it on the wall. Everything I used to do. And then I think I remember sometime around 8th or 9th standard, I wanted to go to an animation school very badly. Like I made a whole portfolio and I said that, I found a school also. I was like, I want to go. So my parents were like, you have to finish school first and then you do all of that. And I think between that and maybe probably 12th and all of that, I forgot. I forgot that I wanted to do that. I probably even stopped drawing, whatever. And then yes, maybe engineering was a thought that I want to do. And I did not have any access to any architects or anybody. In fact, the only access that I had was the architect of our house.
Okay.
And when we asked him that, is the first question of parents, I know it comes from from the point of care and, yeah. So they asked that, is it a good option for my child? And they said, yeah, it's a good option. They'll get married.
Oh, lovely. I loved the answer. I mean, I don't, how many would it, what year that was?
This is 2012, 13, 2011, 12.
Yeah, so that 10 years down the line, and I don't think too much has changed, so everybody.
It's safe for girls, and then it's easier to get jobs as a
or maybe you can, it is easier to balance both house and that was मतलब इंटीरियर वगैरह कर सकेगी अपने काम घर से कर सकेगी चाहिए तब उसको छुट्टी मिलेगी चाहिए तब
yeah and then I was like okay, not the answer that I was looking for, but okay, fine, because I don't want to do engineering at all. So, and I think at that point I didn't really have like a very solid idea of what I really want to do.
And which is always the case normally.
Yeah. You're very confused. And also like your schools, even though I love my school, I have great deal of respect for whatever they've taught me. But, maybe because it was in Kota, they did not really have like, it's just math, science and it's commerce. So you don't know what are the possibilities beyond those things. And even like for architecture, I thought I got really good marks, like, 90% and all of that. But then I wasn't getting the colleges that I thought I could get. So then it was very interesting because, eventually I got into the college, but it probably wasn't the college that I really, really was expecting myself to go to, And then there was also a little bit of resentment.
Yeah, that are
first 2-3 years, but then you understand gradually, and like even now I'm understanding even now that there is no point of that resentment, because anywhere I would have gone, probably I would have had the same problems, if not those problems, something else, maybe the city, I don't know, whatever. And definitely thanks to seniors, some professors that I remember Subhashish. He was an urban designer, and he's an urban designer, and he taught us a great deal over like 3rd, 4th, 5th year. And because of him, I really understood that, okay, there are different facets to architecture as well, and seniors, classmates also. And during my internship, I really felt like, I have to now get out of this bubble. There's this comfort zone that you have, which is your city, which is the language maybe that you speak, your friends, you think like, okay, you want to go to a city where your friends are also going. But then I felt like, I have to probably break this. So I went to Goa and I was working with this firm, very small firm. They were into heritage acoustics. So they would, and one, like the principal architect, of course, he's the architect, and he's also a jazz guitarist. Yeah. So he that is also a passion that he has. And the other partner was actually a priest in a church, and he had a PhD in acoustics.
Okay.
And like I actually applied thinking that it's a heritage firm, but even when I was there, I realized that it's much bigger than that. And there, I think something that Bulan, the principal architect, told that stayed with me is that architecture cannot be your everything. So our firm timings used to be from like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then he used to be like, Goa is a beautiful city. You go do whatever you want. And then I would do like odd jobs. I would teach students also. I would, do some content writing or something. Just to figure out, just to see what I really want to see. But then I met with an accident. And in Goa, if you met with an accident, then you don't have like, you have to have a vehicle or some modes of transport to go to the site. Sites are, far away. There is public transport, but it's still difficult. And that is when actually Leewardist had an opening of a content writer, I think a writer or a researcher or something. And a senior sent it to me actually, and he said that, you could look at this. And I think at that time I was like, everything is just gone. My internship is stopped in between, nothing's going to happen. The college is probably not going to allow it. But then when I joined, I applied, everything fell into place. When I started working with them, it just like the pieces of the puzzle, it just
Fell in place.
Yeah. And I just like remembered that this was
What? Yeah.
like it was like,
Right from the childhood.
And sometimes, we also talk about this, that your childhood love for things, they sometimes, they help you also fall in love.
Many times, because that is so genuine and so pure, na. It is not attached to any sort of superficial things.
Because it is like if money was not a problem,
What would I have done?
what would I have done? So I would
Very well said.
Yeah, and then I felt like it wasn't really content writing or research that I was looking. It was writing. It was, writing stories. And then even in that, I've learned so much. I've learned that there are so many issues that I care about. Maybe they're personal, because I also I'm a person who just like, for example, I'll see a tree getting cut and I'll get very sad. And then I feel like, it is up to me that I have to do something.
And I am the opposite.
Yeah.
Because I am the practical person where I know why it is. I will start calculating ki wo tree kyun kata. I know there's a lot of politics and a lot of things. It's grey.
Yeah. So you'll pacify yourself and no need to ponder so much. I mean, that is the problem. But when it comes to me, I know how to handle it, sort of. But you are like, what should I do to stop this?
And that is how it works also.
Yeah, it works also, na? Fantastic. Yeah.
She then really starts thinking about it, and then I slowly get to it, and I will not let it affect myself. So whatever topics we have, it usually goes with this filtration
through
of
her
her,
and then to you
you.
and then to... Oh, lovely.
Like, I'm maybe older, and I'm that practical person where I know why things are happening, and I try to make sense out of this. She is pure in that sense, and which is also required.
Yeah.
Because either one of the approach might not work. Too extreme.
Because then, there are times where I get too emotional, and then I'm like, I'm not able
depressed.
to. Yeah. But then I also understood, and also through Anuj and over time through, also working, that you have to channelize it somewhere, somehow. Because then otherwise you're just feeling sad about it, and that's it. And
True. I mean, venting it out somewhere, putting it, ki baba, abhi, I'm not actually as a person doing anything, but something which I can put down, I can...
And this exactly is what our life is. Whatever is the money and everything which is coming, which is a byproduct, the main reason we are doing this is to vent out everything which we see injustice. Political to architectural to any injustice in forms of students facing or young graduates facing, whatever we feel, we can either keep it with ourselves and feel more sad, or the best way is to channelize it through a comic or a story, short, long, whatever way, animated, etc. It just goes out, and it's up to them if they like it, don't like it. Our job is done. Our minds are clear. We feel we have the closure has happened to
Closure
that thought,
has happened,
to
so
that
well
thought.
said.
So
Yes.
it's mental health for us. I mean,
And somewhere, the other day when I was talking, it is like building up that curiosity in the students to ask questions, to, this is needed, which you are doing it.
Yes.
I mean, you are trying to find out ways, you're trying to show that this has happened and you're putting it up. Maybe you're saying, so it's now on the others to relate to it or see what they can do.
And I think something in common between both of us is that we probably, I mean, even though we love the idea of designing, I mean, we would love to design our studio. We also have drawings and we, love conceptualizing. But the politics of the practice is something that we are not made for. And we've discussed this a lot of times. But the same politics apply in any practice, in any form of practice or any business. You have to deal with clients. You sometimes have to fight for your own work. You have to, draft legal documents. You have to do all of those things. But we are ready to do it when it comes to this practice. Probably not when we were, doing architecture practice. Yeah, maybe not.
So I think it's a good way of telling what we do. It's like people feel that we have diverted. Okay, maybe for them. We are architects.
Exactly.
We are architects. It's just that we choose to talk about it and talk about it in such a way that not only the young or the graduates or whoever, the architecture fraternity understand it, but also people who don't know about architecture.
Of course.
That is also something which is a problem.
Yeah.
If students are coming to the college, studying 5 years, having great ideas, and then after that people say, oh, it's an architect, okay, maybe a civil engineer, this is the life which is outside.
Yes.
So there have to be people who can actually talk about it in a simpler way.
Right.
So if architecture course has given us that, then we are architects who are talking about architecture.
Of course, of course. It is definitely not a diversion. In fact, it is something which your creative course has given you a tool to express. And whether you express in built form or in written form or in whatever, it is a form of expression. And I suppose, as they say, that words speak volumes. It is similar, these sketches, these drawings, they just connect to the people. You're doing amazing, Anuj and Shreya, and I, this 2 to 3 days of association in this academic activity that we were having, I could realize how intensely you love your work, because the way you get into something, it is not just, and the reason I can see now, it is because this is what you love being felt.
Yeah.
Being in that emotion. And that is your work. Yeah, so it is not something which, अरे अभी घर आके then we'll see that we'll be happy. उधर तो stress होगा ही. ऐसे नहीं होता ना. So when we are trying to tell students that you have to choose your work in which you love the most, they are still confused. They look at, अच्छा तो फिर I should work it with landscape architect or should I work with an urban designer? Because they feel that 1, 2, 3, 4 are the aspects where you have to go and so that could be one initial way of seeing it, but still उसमें भी काफी सारी चीजें होंगी which the explanation would be different.
I think a good question or an observation where whenever we meet students, we always tell them that when was the last time in the 5 or 4 years of architecture school where you were displaced through time, space?
आप ख्यालों में.
So when we ask them, then they're like, what does it mean? So for example, you do something, anything, and suddenly you're like, oh, 4 o'clock, oh, I have to be somewhere. Okay, you are even, sometimes space also you are displaced. You are with trance, it's trance.
Trance.
So we tell them that these are the hints for you to understand that where I need to go and work. Again, sometimes they feel that, okay, so should I do this? We say, it's a hint to take this path. It will lead you to somewhere. It's not the final thing. It's a path which life has shown you through hints that this is the path to choose. So these are some of the hints which will help you understand that, okay, maybe when I was student, I was drafting and rendering it, and suddenly it's 6:30 in the evening and I'm like, I spent 6 hours on this. So that was enough. That is enough proof and hints for anybody as an individual to know that, okay, this is where I can go. That is also enough. By being a student or maybe just even graduating as a student is enough. You don't have to have all the answers.
You don't have to have all
the answers.
And I think learning never stops. Never stops. I mean, even now, we have realized that there are so many things that we don't know. And we have to accept the fact that you're supposed to unlearn a lot of things that has been probably taught to you by society or your school or your college or whatever, and relearn. And you have to keep doing it constantly. So, I mean, we also face it a lot of times. Like before, like 5 years, we did not think of maybe writing a longer format book. We never thought of it. But at that time, we were maybe not equipped to,
Yeah.
with our tools and maybe even our skill sets. But over time, we realized that, okay, we were there at that time and now we are here. And from here, we can, see the next 5 years or 6 years or whatever. So that is also something that you have to, it is never like a final answer that, yeah, I've reached here. Because you will never be content. That's
Yeah, you shouldn't also. I mean, you should keep exploring. You should keep, changing. Then that is what especially architects and students love doing. They can't be monotonous. They can't be doing just one thing at a time. They cannot be stuck to 8 to 6 job because they need that freedom. They need, and you eventually then end up doing that.
Yes.
Which is not needed at all.
Yes.
You shared some amazing, day-to-day life thoughts which will give you those hints.
Yeah.
It is always like that.
Yeah.
है ना, उनको ऐसा लगता, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि कभी तो होगा, पता नहीं हमारे यहाँ तो हुआ ही नहीं, अभी तक तो हुआ ही नहीं. It's not that. You have to just pause and reflect a bit that, oh, acha, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's interesting. Pause and reflect. Because they are into this 5 years of a lot of submissions, rigorous, etc. So they start doing that, and then there are external peer pressure. So they start very focusedly start following that, and 5 years are over, and then they're like, we are lost. So they never take that break or that pause, or just to reflect, what am I doing, what do I like about this. None of them. I was fortunate to maybe have, like, say, as parents, I also had supportive parents who were like, do it, whatever you feel. I mean, he being an architect, he definitely understood the course.
Yes.
Very interesting, and we should keep him doing what he loves, because then there's no point in telling that, you have to earn out of this, you have to do that, master, whatever.
Yeah, or you have to have these marks. Why are you failing? Why are you having KTs,
In fact, even when I had a thought, he said, it doesn't matter. In fact, we also now tell students, nobody looks at your marks when they're hiring. Even when you're talking about hiring and getting paid for your job, they don't look at your marks. They look at your skill and how empowered you are, how passionate you are, how you can give value to their firm. This is what they were looking for. And these are the things which you should work on in the 5 years.
Right.
So
the other day I was telling the students what portfolio should have. I said, portfolio should have your passionate work. So maybe we did some social service.
Yeah.
We did something with that. It was just a one-day activity, but I loved it.
Yes.
Because the portfolio making will give you what you love doing in the 5 years. You should take it that way, not just building in of work ki ye acha drawing aaya hai, ye nahi aaya, because then you will get diverted. They will judge you through that.
Yes.
So I think the best way of making a portfolio is just saying that I love design, but I love making models only.
Yes. Exactly.
है ना? That I love only making these views. I just like rendering. I just talk to the architect. Possibly they will guide you to some right person who needs people like you.
Yeah. And it's portfolio meeting and internship period is a great way to reflect
Yes.
on yourself. And sometimes even if not, you get into the wrong office.
it's still...
You know what you don't want to.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is so important again, na? And that is the right time. Nobody will tell you, "Kyare, kyun nahi kiya bhai? तूने तो continue करना चाहिए था." No, but nahi. So even certain times, if they take this 1-2 months of internships, 1 month and 1.5 months somewhere, and then 2-3 months, that also helps.
Yes, yeah.
Switching and looking at what.
Yeah. Which is, I think, a great idea. Like, I did not do it, but I think...
Yeah, I normally tell students that you switch, because as per the you can 1.5-2 months at a stretch somewhere should be good enough. So many times they feel ये भी अच्छा है, वो भी है, ये भी क्या करूँ, do it. Sometimes they will सिर्फ freelancing चलेगा क्या? Do 1.5 months of freelancing and see what you can do,
And I think architectural education has to be fluid and impromptu, and everything is an experience. Like Shreya mentioned, even the bad thing is an experience, and it works perfectly in the architecture school. Because as it is, design is subjective. Somebody will say, अच्छा लगा, somebody will नहीं लगा, किसी को नहीं okay लगा. So, which means that you have to keep on doing it. Like you have to keep on exploring it. So, the rule of architecture school is to keep on exploring, failing, कभी जीत गए, कभी हार गए, कभी नहीं, कभी.
And as you rightly said, you know, that the course only teaches you that. Accept failures, go ahead, work. ये मुझे नहीं पसंद, उस faculty को अच्छा लगा तो इसको नहीं. So finally you have to say कि मुझे अभी अच्छा लगा, I feel I can justify my design this way. So the course is already teaching you to, you know, be a decision maker, be confident of what you are doing.
I don't know if other courses like engineering.
Yeah, I mean, autonomy is something
Yeah.
that the course teaches you it teaches you every year through every sort of subject, everything. And even the other extracurricular activity, like it gives you a spark. Like even the play yesterday. I mean, if theater is something that you want to do it.
In fact, if the subject of feminism
Can be taught through or conveyed through
to that
theater.
to a man, I mean, saying, I'm assuming a man sitting or a boy sitting who was very confused about this topic, or maybe he was hating that topic because of the social media, etc. And listening through this play might make him think.
Yes.
Even one or two.
It is that way. That's what I was telling them yesterday also, that media is something which reaches everyone, and you suddenly believe, you become the protagonist, and you become, you know, you start walking in the shoes of the heroines. And if they are preaching the right responsible things, I mean, that is the best way to express.
So I think only architecture school can give you that.
Yes.
And the best thing is that finally at the end of your 6 months, you take your own project, you think about it, and all of these 4.5 years of experience, you look at it and you pick out from them, and then you do your own project.
Exactly.
Which I don't think any other course.
And when we say now that topic kya choose karu, so normally I tell them whatever experiences you felt you remember, you know, in your whole life, that and you loved doing, or think of those. We will revolve around what you are, because otherwise you cannot connect. And this is the best way to even look at life.
Yeah.
When, as you rightly said, you know, so the thesis
Can't care about it. When you won't be able to defend it, you won't be able to talk about it.
So why don't we look at our future careers in the same format? What has been taught to you, what you have been doing.
Yes.
Suddenly we just divert at that time, you know, looking at what others are doing, and we follow.
And I think maybe I'm digressing, but you know, when this happens a lot of times, when, you know, we say that, oh, we love our work, and you know, it's part of our daily life and all of that. So then they say, then you don't probably have time for yourself. You don't exercise, you don't eat whatever you want to eat. But the point is that because we feel like, okay, you know, I want to make farming stay. I'm 100. So yeah, I want to lift in 100 so that I
Keep doing this, and I should have the strength and energy.
Yeah, and so I need to exercise. I need to sleep better. I need to read. I need
Eat better.
Yeah.
I need to do all of those things to be able to do what I love.
Exactly.
Right? And of course, I mean, even other things, you know, money, all of that, you work-life balance, everything.
Yeah, it's so well said, you know, Shreya. I mean, when you say, oh, she's a career woman, the family life ko to time hi nahi mila hoga. This is exactly what. So, in the society, when you see, you know, women, or, you know, suddenly looking at something else and at a different pedal, so they feel, oh, then she must be missing all this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
In fact, both of us are doing more than if we would have maybe worked in the wrong office.
Yes.
Or done something which is not our
yeah.
liking. Because that is what you do. You end up somewhere not there's a
wanting
wrong
to
place.
be, and
then you start compensating by opposing that. Like, you know, I'm not very this, I will go and eat anything. I will sleep late. I will watch a movie late.
because I don't get time otherwise. I don't know where, no?
So we don't get time to watch anything because we are already so tired with whatever we are doing that we are like, next week dekh lenge.
So that is your way of planning and doing things what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So I think you have done your masters.
Yeah, in urban design.
Urban design. You have done masters or not?
No, I thought that, you know, maybe doing masters in something which is related to architecture or urban design or would not really help me so much as it would that I do something which is outside. And because probably, for example, urban design, I can learn from it.
And no, I'm glad you both are here. One you have done urban design. You say, no, let me wait, let me think. If I feel I'll do, if I feel some interesting topic which I would like, which will enhance my way of learning. So you did your urban design immediately after.
Yeah, so that's what it is. So it was 2010. I graduated in 2010, and I was two things. One is that 5 years of architecture education in general was not enough for me.
Oh.
I'm not blaming the college, maybe city, etc. 2010, not a very great time for architecture school. So, okay, I did not get it. I thought I wanted more. So then I thought, what is the next best thing happening currently at that time was urban design was full on like
The thing.
popular thing, trendy. So, okay, let's go to the States maybe. And my dad said, okay, whatever you feel like, we are okay, don't worry. So, okay, let's go to the States because again,
वो तो होता ही है ना, एक
Harvard,
तो सोचे,
MIT,
हाँ,
you know,
हाँ,
that
हाँ, हाँ.
fad. Then, okay, I started researching for that. And then, of course, somebody told, okay, you can get into those colleges, definitely try and crack CEPT. And it was tough. I mean, your time to definitely tough, very tough. Our time 17 students ka 18 ka intake tha. And tough because everybody from India is applying and
super
coming for
super smart.
interviews.
Everybody
Yeah.
who is at the best.
250 interviews happening from 8 to 6:37 in the evening. Everybody sitting on the lawn and waiting for their time. So, and fortunately, my thesis also was landscape and urbanism. I worked on the quarries of Vasant Kunj, the airport, which is uske यहाँ पे quarries है illegal. तो वो I just started doing and it worked, and I went there again with the intent of, I don't know any politics about interviews, about getting into masters. I just know that I have one work which is there. And NASA work about Kumbh Mela,
Oh,
Nasik,
lovely, yeah.
Ramkund, which we have done. NASA 2 works I have. And in the interview, they started questioning my integrity, and that's what they do. They question that, is this person telling the truth? Is he really passionate? He might have less skills. Fine. We will sharpen that. But we want to know the integrity of this person. That's what they were looking for. And I felt bad because they are questioning everything.
Other than what were you at?
I thought they will say, ask something about technicalities of the project. Is there?
Prepared.
And I was not, because people had prepared me that technically kuch bhi aata hai, you say these answers. And they asked me about, why didn't you apply for landscape? And I'm like, sir, I applied for urban design. Yeah, we know that. But you should have gone. Your work is more towards landscape. So they were
Trying to see that whether you would say, हाँ हाँ वो भी मैं कर लेता, you know, sort of.
no, and they have a list of, except ke all the people who want to apply for, they have a list of where this guy has also applied.
Ah, right.
That also happened
Yes.
at that time, that where they used to, I know students who were like, ask ki, you have applied at heritage conservation, then why are you not focused? So that is what they were looking for. Why? And I said, no, I want to do this.
See this, I'm just interrupting you here. When we had a podcast with Shona, the first thing she said was that when you write mails for internships, we see you have tagged how many? One mail going to all, or one mail coming to us, and with a specific. Yeah. Please continue. Yeah.
So, and I just came out very sad because I thought they just bajawed me.
Yeah, of course. Those कुछ भी नहीं पूछा यार ये तो.
कुछ नहीं होगा, मेरे को नहीं लगता. And then next day the name was there.
Yeah.
So it was just the passion of continuing architecture, and then feeling that I need to know more. I need to have some exposure. I need to be with a very diverse crowd also. Fortunately, everybody was from a different city in India.
Yes. That again helps, huh?
It helps a lot, and trust me, first 4 months was hell because they'll literally make you cry. Itna tough hai. And it's more about the transition. It's not about toughness. It's about architecture se urban design nahi samajhte. And coming from a small city and all of that problems, wo sab hostel.
And that micro se macro sochna.
Sochna.
Getting so many stakes.
So the passion of continuing education and landing into the right college. Okay, because see, 5 years I did what I did, but then after that I did not want to end up in another random college where I cannot. So that 2 years was really important because it has really shaped me while having a critical mind, because I did not have that in the 5 years of architecture. So this
critical mind, this word is so crucial. And especially it has to come in education, in all education aspects. The different perspectives of looking at a situation It's not that because the faculty tells me, yes, ऐसा है तो ऐसा होगा. Not necessary. Or anybody who tells. You have to make your own opinion.
Yes. And you cannot let biases come into the picture and sort of ruin your process.
And even like when students ask us, ki, "Arey, urban design, how much salary will I get?"
Yes.
I can be the most blunt person to answer, both of us. It will not give you any job, but it has given me something which is, for the rest of my life, I have it, which is having a critical mind. I can talk about cities. I can debate. There are people who have done urban design from best colleges in the world, and they cannot even have a discussion about cities. Like, she has a love towards urbanity is enough to have a discussion.
Yes.
So, we have a critical mind, which I think the best education is that if somebody can help us question that why it is the way it is. In fact, this is exactly the statement told to us by our professor Rajiv Kadam, who is now the chair of urban design in CEPT. Always, whenever you see something in the city, ye ande wala hai. Why it is the way it is. Just answer that, you will learn.
Yeah.
So questioning is something which every college should
have. And
teach.
Somewhere that's why I also feel that liberal education should be a very integrated part of architecture. Because through those, the questions that generate are so related to our design and to our way of working.
Yeah.
So how did Livardist happen? When did it happen?
So I mean, if you go again 20-25 years back, we have a similar story that the comics was something which was very close to us. In our case, again, Kota, Nasik, similar two-tier cities. Getting access to comics was very difficult. But my dad was in Kuwait for 15 years because wo time pe the architects used to go to Gulf and earn money. And thoda exposure he had there, and he brought it here, and he gave us access to whatever he could find, etc. And I got hold to a lot of comic books from my cousin from Kuwait or somebody outside. Somebody was in New Zealand, so we got access to comics. Definitely, that is there. And of course, like Shreya's, same. It got converted into architecture. So we did architecture, and I did my masters. So the master helped me have that critical mind. I can question and I can do a lot of critical analysis about anything. Universities, like anything. So that was it made me very confident about myself.
Also had a senior.
Yeah, fortunately had a senior in my college who used to draw on a digital tablet at that time, 2011. Again, very big thing. Very big thing. And I'm like, this guy is drawing on a tablet which does not have a screen. It is like connected to the laptop, and laptop mein you can see. So you have to draw here and see there. So again, very fascinating at that time, 2011. So I was like, I asked my dad, I can get it. He said, okay, anything for education. So he gave me, and it just helped me start drawing. So that comic thing came back after CEPT.
After CEPT.
So when I joined an office, fortunately a good office in Mumbai, it's a 3-people office, including me. And it's Hong Kong based with a Dutch boss, like he was from Dutch, and one Indian and me. So 2 of us. So chill.
Yes.
So I could explore, I could spend my time on myself. So 1 year I was in Mumbai, the office was in Khar, and I was staying in Mahim. I spent a lot of time exploring and honing my skills, etc. And eventually I thought I'll make a blog. At that time, blog was also famous.
Okay.
Google Blogspot. And I was looking at different digital comic bloggers.
They were quite famous at that time.
At that time, Zeri.
Yeah. Because, I mean, no social media at that point, right?
Yeah,
It's
Facebook.
very fairly new.
Yeah.
So, there's this page called Oatmeal. And he still does like
Long comics, blog comics. So that just motivated us, and I just made longer comics on topics like when you serve a glass of water to 4 people in the house, they will just sip it and keep it, and everything is thrown away. So I just made a calculation of how many guests come in a month, and
okay.
to just tell you that you just
how much waste.
with this cultural, this phenomena which you have, it's wasting so much water.
Whether he wants water or no, you have to first come with the tray of water. That's so true, you know. I mean, pani unless, you know,
You keep it, and they will oblige and sip it and keep it, and you throw it. Juta ho gaya. You throw it, and so much is. So I just made a long comic of how much water you're wasting. Purified water, not like tap water, purified. So that I did. People, some of it liked it. ऐसा the close people who liked it, and then I made on road में the speed breakers or whatever urban design taught me, basic private transport, public transport, and garbage. So I made it. Of course, did not get any traction, no viewership, but it just helped me get confidence that okay, I can make comics, I can do that. And then eventually, I told my boss one day that I think I should leave because I need to spend more time on this.
Oh,
And he-
that was a big decision.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where did that come from. I just jumped, and he said, I believe in you. You're good. You go. You do it. I'm there with you." And I just went to Pune because at that time I did not want to be in Nasik because
In
sometimes,
fact, I think he gifted you some.
yeah, he gifted me Play Clan. I don't know if you know, a Play Clan करके एक Bandra में shop है. There's a shop which has all of these merchandise, which is very cool graphics, very nice. It's still there on, I think next to Hill Road के end पे. So he gifted me, and it also motivated me. Oh, my boss is also, even after leaving, is also motivating me. And I decided to go to Pune and name it with my friend Saurav Banerjee. He was with me in Sept. We named it Leewardist. He named it. I was not very good with the words. We can tell you the meaning also. It's
Partner name.
it's his partner name is Shruti. She told Leewardist, what does it mean?
Yeah.
So she said, you can have you talk about architecture in whatever cities. So a hill has two sides, the windward side and the leeward side. So windward is always with wind, rain.
सब कुछ है,
it's
हो
a
रहा है, अच्छा
flourishing
हो
side.
रहा है, yeah.
But the other side is barren, so nobody goes there. And it's equally important, right? It's a hill.
Yeah.
So nobody's talking about this.
Oh, lovely.
Architecture and cities. People are not talking about it. So we want to talk about it.
Wow.
The leeward side of the hill. So that's where I just started. And Dinesh is...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
And she not being an architect? Or
no,
she
she's an
also was?
architect. She was an architect.
But she's, I think, a graphic designer.
Now she's doing graphic design. But that just thought of okay, abhi the office is gone. It's over. We'll start this, we'll brand it, and we'll start writing about architecture and cities. So there was a time where urban design people were finding it too difficult. 2016, 15. Still people were not ready about these urban design comics. So then one day I made a comic on 10 types of architecture students. And that's where it just
it clicked.
it clicked. And
Was that one? I thought it was the.
that was the second. So see, there are two phases in your life. One which motivates you to keep doing it, and the other which starts giving you money. Two
Exactly.
phases are there. One, the 10 types of architecture students is the one which made me confident that
What I
this-
can go ahead with,
and this is what people like.
Like-
Okay, so that is where I started, and then the second comic, which I'm pretty sure you might know, there are four isometric.
Yeah.
You start your
with
project,
a very
and then it changes. That just again blew it over with also inquiries about can you do our promotion, can you come to our college, the influencer. We don't want to use the word influencer category, but it's sort of that. You promote something which is, of course, in our case, it's very responsible whatever we promote. But that was the start of it. Colleges started inviting. Somebody said, "Can you make something for us? We can pay you, whatever, etc., etc." That was the start of the financial part of it, and then immediately Shreya also came into picture. So this is the and most of it is luck. Sometimes it's your intuition. Sometimes it really comes from within. That power of doing something which really, really. In fact, we are also telling the students here, select a topic which is really, even if it makes you cry or it like Shreya mentioned it, मुझे बहुत hurt हो रहा है इससे, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. It's not making me feel very good. That itself is something very important as a start.
I remember one of my friend asking me, we were just talking and she's like, Darshini, we are doing great. एक बार मुझे बता खुल के कब हंसी है तुम, एकदम दिल से, जैसे बचपन में हंसते थे ना, जोरदार ऐसे ठाके लगा, कभी हंसी है क्या? And suddenly we all three were like, thinking. I mean, there are happy moments, but there are also free happy moments where you can be who you are, and that matters. I mean, this is what we have to find in our.
And I think it's so important to understand that when you care about something, you will do anything to protect it, to keep it sustaining. So, for example, I mean, money is a question for sure. It's not like we're not thinking of money at all. So in 2018, we apart from comics, education is also something that we really care about, because I mean, maybe we are also, one of those who could not really understand everything from our education system. So, we thought,
Wherever you could help.
yeah, where is it that we can do
Some bridge the gap.
Yeah, so we started an online school. It's called Leewardist School, and we started in 2018. We realized that yes, we cannot talk about everything. We cannot maybe talk about
Structure, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or maybe building construction. We don't have the expertise in it. We cannot talk about it. But things that we can talk about, like making a portfolio, or
Starting a thesis. It's a very philosophical topic actually. So we can talk about those.
or we have a course called I Don't Want to Do Architecture.
Lovely.
It's actually, it's designed by a former teammate, Rehan, where he designed the course in a very gamified format.
So choose a life. Choose your life, and then it will take you somewhere.
Participants could actually take the decisions of what they want to do. So, if there are, say, for example, 30 participants, 10 of them realize that I still love architecture, I want to do something in it. There are some participants who realize that I don't want to pursue it at all. And, so there are different endings to that.
Yeah. It was very extensive. It's like a flowchart, na? Because it's like a gamified. It has 6
Adds up to all your questions, answers, and then it tries to bring in.
Yes. So also about like making it interactive, making it accessible. And this actually we started before
pandemic.
Before the pandemic.
18.
Yeah, 2018. In fact, like during the pandemic, we
got lot. No, but during the pandemic, to bahut hua.
Because online.
We already had a system. Everything was there. So it was very hectic for both of us and 4 team. And they are also in their houses and doing na. To unke liye it's very difficult. But like sketching, like the topic which every school is talking about, we told them that sketching is for recreation also, because there are people who love to draw, but sketching can also be used to design and visualize. So we have a course on that. I said, like, just to make them feel comfortable about the course. That was our intent.
That is fabulous.
Yeah. So coming back to that, if you're passionate about something, you'll find a way. You will find a way to make it work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So one final thing, what you have to tell to the students or the younger generation of architects?
I think, of course, there is of course a generation gap, because I think in a different way, she thinks in a different way. All of them are correct, but all of them are correct. Even the generation right now is also in a way they have.
Yes, because it is their experience what is making them say that, and it cannot be wrong at all.
Yeah.
So I think like fear is something which is holding like failure and fear. Like failure, both of them are connected. Failure is, I know a lot of people are still talking about and still trying to tell students that failure is important. We will tell you out of experience, that is, college might not have taught maybe a lot, but the failures after that, every time when we have failed, it has seriously taught us a lot. Of course, it feels bad.
It feels
and it
bad,
is okay
but
to feel bad. It is definitely all right to accept that I am defeated and this is not done. But then pause.
yeah.
Pause. Don't stop. Pause, take a break, and then come back to it. Because that is what is required. You have to keep on doing it. So sometimes even for today, finding passion is easy because we have access to information. My dad did not have access to information. For him, finding passion was very late. In fact, he still says that I wanted you to do masters because I did not even know that there was masters.
Oh, exactly.
Okay, so for me, maybe finding masters was easy. For the generation, finding their passion is also easy because they have so much information available. Continuing, sticking to it sincerely and doing it. Even if you fail, like I said, fail, accept it, pause, take a break, get back to it. That is something which, however generations may pass,
Yes, it will
this is
remain
something
the
it will
stand. Of
the same.
course, fantastic.
That is
Yeah.
my...
Yes, Shreya, what do you think?
Unsolicited advice is very difficult to give, but something that worked for me, maybe I would say that, question everything, just question everything, because there's so much information, there's so many things going around the world. You cannot let others' opinions or others' beliefs or things that people are telling you, even us, if we are saying something that this is the right way to think, maybe it is not.
Not for you, possibly, because you have your different ways of.
Yeah. So just question everything wherever you are in life, and never think that you know enough. Because whenever you think of the fact, like even with me, I think that if I feel like no, I know enough, I don't actually.
And you stop your learning process there.
Yes, I don't even know the half of it. So that is something that I would say, that you just have to question everything. Yeah.
Lovely. I'm so proud of both of you. And believe me, I've seen so many youngsters now for the past 15, 20 years, people like you have been an amazing, the torch bearers who could really show them and guide them in a specific way. So the whole intent of bringing you here and, letting you speak to them was the whole intention of something which they can, I mean, you have your mentors earlier. You named a few professors, or you named a few peers or friends. I mean, these were your strongholders who showed you the way. I'm sure students are going to benefit a lot. Thank you so much for coming here and giving your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.